I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now, talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now, your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty ought to be my me, ooh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants, you know that left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Green Bay Packers. Trevor Davis now to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
We got three, 158.
Now a handoff looking right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Corey Legion, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Hurry.
On first down, it's Love. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3.5 to go, first quarter. Back to the air, Luck on second down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Love. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Luck. Hunter Henry brings it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And they're going the ground attack here. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Escapes the sack. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
319, 258. Strong right, strong right.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And able to find Graham. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards there and a first down. Now Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line drive. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. And they'll run it here. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First carry for a Kenosha native and former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. This is Gordon on the dump off. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Being chased out left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
To throw is Rodgers. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Out of the gun, Locke going underneath for Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Perry coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Luck now to throw. And an alley to run. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two. No?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Go.
On first down, Luck finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a second down. Off of play action, Luck. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Open man, it's Allen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Let's go. Come on.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. On 1st and 10, Locke. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
On. 11. Check 26. Monday.
Again, Locke. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Clay Matthews coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. 3rd and long. It's Locke. Trying to lay one up deep. And Locke will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Right back to him on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on the ground they go with a running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And down to the 36-yard line here. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It's caught outright by Graham. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
675. On.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action, it's Locke. Going for it all. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And Aguayo's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Returnable here for Davis. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Rodgers. And he finds Montgomery complete. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 51 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock. Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Crosby puts it through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, easy. 11Z. Tempo. 12.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit up with a screen soon.
Now Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, we got three. Three down. Hey, Lex. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let him know.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Nick Perry in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck eluding the... Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out, and the Packers pick it up. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
3-19. 3-19.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He'll get it up the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And they'll go on the ground. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Gordon on 1st down. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Green Bay, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.